Hi folks, I'm Pamela Young, founder and managing director at growthcurv. Now you might be asking, who are you? What experience have you got? Why would I want to work with you? And how are you different? Starting off with that first question is, who are you? And how did you come to consulting? How long have you been consulting? Well, I have had a long career in 50-50 consulting and corporate executive roles. I have on a couple of occasions gone in-house with a former client who has said to me, hey, this is fantastic, we love the work, why don't you come inside and lead this change for us? I've done that a few times. However, I started off life with my own consulting firm, and I ended up with my own consulting firm at the end of the career as well. But in between times, I have been in-house a number of times, as I have been the chief executive of a law firm in Singapore. I joined a global consulting firm in London, and I joined a listed engineering firm in Australia to lead their strategy and transformation. So I have both practical experience running a business, started my own consultancy, so I've done a startup and being an entrepreneur as well. So as well as those corporate roles and my entrepreneurial background, I've got extensive experience as a consultant working with chief executives to review strategy, drive transformational change, and change culture. Those are our three areas of work. And I started out working with chief executives at the ripe old age of 26 when I got my first contract as the first ever strategy and marketing director for Pricewaterhouse in New Zealand. And I started there after 3 years of working with them, breaking ground, because all the firms at that time were new to doing anything like strategy or marketing or sales. And it was from that base that I built out my consultancy practice, moved out on my own and started a firm specializing in professional services, because that's where I come from. So I'd worked for accountants, lawyers, engineers, architects. Then I moved into education and health and doctors and hospitals. And then I moved into banking and finance and insurance. I've done work with technology companies, both software and hardware, real estate, both commercial and residential. I've worked with PR firms, advertising agencies, and the whole suite of organisations. I've also done work with government departments and some ministries. I've worked with the top 4 accounting firms, with some of the top 10 law firms around the world, Barclays Bank and Zurich Financial Services, which are huge organisations. I did merger integration with both of them. So I bring to you problem-solving skills, strategy skills, diagnostic skills, and most of all, ability to work with chief executives. And one of the things that I have always been noted for is my ability to be open, honest, and authentic with people. And that is one of the core features of the value set of growthcurv, which is that we will always tell you what we see, what we believe, and what we think you need to hear. That's one of the core values that we think is helpful to us in being successful. Our diagnostic and the rigor that we put into examining what's going on in your business. If you tell me that you've got a problem, I'll find it. If you tell me that you think that this is your issue, I will double check to make sure that you haven't reported a symptom and start working on that, because I've seen many chief executives address symptoms because those are the things that look like the problems, but then we find that behind the scenes there's something going on, which is the underlying hidden cause that created the situation that led to the symptom that you are fixing. So discovering hidden hurdles to your growth is one of our specializations. Problem solving is another. Now, firstly, to solve the problem, we have to know what the problem is, which is why we've become very skilled at the diagnostic piece to find the hidden causes. Then we work with you to look at the options and all the different solutions that you've got ahead of you. And then we help you make the right choice, because it's really important that you understand this one thing. All businesses travel on a growth curve. You go through different phases of your growth journey. At each of those phases, you have to adapt your organization to be successful in the next phase. What we find is that organizations have one foot back in the past phase, one foot in the future phase, and they are struggling because they're straddling between the two phases, which is what causes the cost, the inefficiency, the lack of productivity, the tension, the conflict. It's the straddling between the past and the future. We find that, and we see it often, and when we illuminate that to our clients through our diagnostic work and our workshops in their boardrooms, they get the aha and they go, oh, I see, aha. And at those moments of aha is when we know we've found it, we've illuminated it, and we've delivered it in a way that people can make sense of it. That process we have now bundled up into an online offer called CEOExpand. CEOExpand, if we do it in an organizational setting, can take 6 to 9 months. It can cost a lot of money with face-to-face workshops, and it's also quite disruptive because it takes a lot of time to bring you and your top team out of work into a boardroom setting or a conference room or an away weekend. So what we've done in response to the last few years of, making sure that we can reach people who are working hybridly and working from home and traveling, but also to be able to make it more affordable so that more people can get access to this, not just the top 4 or the top 10, but everyone else as well. So what we've done is bundle them together to put them online to make it more accessible to you. Now, there is another video alongside this which tells you more about how CEOExpand works. It shows you a little bit about the model and the work that you will do and what you will get out of it. But let me just say this. CEOs over the last couple of years had to face so many changes. Now, before 2020, they had a lot on their plate already. They were all doing digital transformation. They were all doing work around sustainability to get their carbon emissions down and to go, carbon free. They were all working on retraining their people because of the staff shortages and dealing with the limited access to new talent. They were all dealing with the need to accelerate growth. After 2020 and facing the health crisis and now the economic crisis and the world financial challenges that we've got, these things are additional responsibilities that they have to address. They are additional things to worry about, which means that the priority for today is to look at all the options that you have, look at all the different initiatives that you've got underway and prioritize them. The focus has got to be on prioritizing the things that are going to be tomorrow's growth accelerators. You can't do everything and hope that it's all going to lead to a great outcome because it's all too much. And so what you want to do is set aside the things that are not critical, set aside the things that are not going to drive growth, set aside the things that you that can wait, focus on the things that are going to drive the growth and, most importantly, help you to be adaptable, help you to adopt the changes going around you with technology, people working from home, all those things. You're going to be struggling if you're going to fight those developments. You can't fight them. You have to adapt to them and adopt them so that you can be effective in them. So throughout CEOExpand, the program is there to help you diagnose what's going on and illuminate to you the choices that you have. Are you still straddling phases? Have you got one foot in the past and one foot in the future? If you have, you will see that from our diagnostic and it'll allow you to bring things up to speed. The most important thing we're looking for is alignment to today. And secondly, we're looking for your alignment to be on the growth curve that fits your stage and age of development. If you don't know where you are at on your growth curve and you haven't thought about how that's going to impact you and your development and your investments, you're at a disadvantage. Our process illuminates that for you. It helps you make decisions through using a very different lens, and you will find things become crystal clear, and you will find that it's so easy after this program to take it back to your peers, your partners, your board, your staff, your customers even, and maybe even your bank manager if you need funding for your next round of growth. What comes out of this 12 weeks is a crystal clear understanding of where your focus and priority needs to be and which things are going to be the growth accelerators for going forward. When you've got that and you come out of the program with that clarity, it comes with confidence and it comes with a new driven you. So if that sounds of interest, the next step, of course, is to give me a call, book a call using my calendar, which is just linked outside this video, because it's really important to me that I invite people in to do CEOExpand 12-week program who are going to be successful, who want to learn, who want to drive the change, who've got 3 hours a week to do the work that is required by looking at the videos and then meeting with me on the live Zoom calls to discuss how to adapt the tools to your situation, how to read the information and how to make the best choices. Now, let's not take this too lightly. The 12 weeks does require effort, focus and energy, just as if I was in your boardroom running you through this program. You will receive information that you need to work with, but in working with that, you are working on your business future, not working in the business today. And that's a big part of driving change, which is taking time out to work on the business. And that's what CEOExpand does. So you need to be ready for it. You need to want it. So have a conversation with me and let's see if it fits you and whether I believe that it can deliver the results you're looking for. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a great day and I'll look forward to talking with you soon. Bye for now.